Have you ever wondered sending an email that contains a data table with hyperlinks in it using Power Automate? Then you are the right place. My name is Chesko I, and I'll be taking you through how to achieve this using Power Automate. Thank you. I'll go to make.power automate, so I can just quickly come here and go to Power Automate. My page is loading. All right, so I come to create. This is just a test. So I am going to use Instant Cloud Flow. Let me give it a name. So Hyperlink test, and I select manually trigger. Okay, so this is the new designer, but I prefer the old designer. So let's go to switch this off. So you go to the old designer. All right, so now you have our trigger ready. Now let's add a new step. And what step I'm adding? I'm getting my items. So get items. Here you are. I'm locating my site. It is inside Blessing Production. And my list name. So task tracker. So I have a list here that is task tracker, which has some few data in it. And I want to be sending this with the hyperlink. So you could see here the hyperlinks that are clickable. So I want to achieve the same by sending them into my email and then be able to receive this as a hyperlink. So you get the data. Now let's try and create the table. So create HTML table. So here is it. And I put the from. I select the get item value. Good. So now I click on show advanced option. Instead of automatic, I want some specific columns to be displayed. So I go to custom. This gives me another option to add the custom columns that I want. So when I come to my table, my list, I have title. This is actually the task name. I would like to take status, due date, and assign to, and then the link. So I select task name. I come to the value side. What value? That is the task name. So what is next? Status. Come and add status. I go to the value side. I search for status. Now due date. Due date. Come to value. I pick due date. I go to assign. Assigned to. I pick that value also. Now let me add my hyperlink. So I put link to task. So with that, let me scroll. I have link to task. Now you have our table ready. Let me close this and add a new step, that is send email. I'm selecting send email v2. Okay, so now let me just send it to my personal email here. I'm pasting my email. Great. Now I give a title, hyperlink, link test, and I put hi there. Let me go somewhere a bit down. Then I add the output of the created HTML table. Done. Let's test this and see. You save to enable the test option. Great, it is saved. Okay, this is because we didn't use any query to filter the data. That is fine. You can just close this. We test manually, hit on test, let it load, sign in, we continue, and we run our flow. Hit on done, and let's see our flow running. Okay, it has run finish, and then I've received my email. So let me go to that email, hyperlink. Here you are, you have the data needed, and then we have the link here. But however, this link are not clickable. We can click here. The only thing we can do is to copy. I select it, I right click, I copy, I come to a new browser, I paste. But who wants to do that? Okay, so that'll be way too long. In the Power Automate, when you come to create HTML, we are going to change this to a value, an HTML format value that can render and give us a clickable option. So with that, let's clear this. What you are going to do is you're going to use this formula. So we concat and you add this. This is the HTML tag that you are adding in, an href that you'll be passing through. And this actually is the item that we are looping through. That is the link to task. That's what we are looping through in here. So let me copy this. I come to my link value. I go to expression. I paste it here. Then click on OK. So here again, with this, I'm passing this value, but what I want to display instead of the long link, I want to display link to task. That is what will be showing, and then we'll have the option to click on it. So we hit update. Now let's try it again. We save. Close this, and you run the test. Manually, we test. Run the flow, hit done. Then it still is running. It has run finish. So go to my mail. Now let's see the new mail. Okay, now you could see that it has some HTML format or some code like this around the link. And this because the email is not able to identify this as a code to convert it into a code format and only bring the link. So we need to tell the flow that when this reach the email, transform these values so that you'll be able to see this only, the link task only. So how to achieve that? Let's come back to our flow. We go to edit. Now we are going to replace. What we will do, we will try and replace this item here. So let me show you something. When you come to the run of this flow and you try and view how the flow run. Good. So here it run, finish, and brought this. Now let's check the email sent. Now in the email, you see it brought a table. Then it has all this long, let's locate. Great, here it is. The value. Here it was able to understand that these are tables and it brought this. But we did not see it in the mail actually. But it was not able to understand that this is actually another quotation, less than quotation. It did not see this as a double quote. So you need to tell it that this is a double quote and this is a less or greater than formula in HTML. Let's hit edit. That's what you're trying to do. So you try and replace all those values. Go back to my new design. Sorry, I switched the new design off. Okay, so come back to the email. I'm going to change that from the email to change this whole thing so that whenever you see something that is behaving like that, it just changes for us. So I'll remove this. Yeah, come in expression. you call first of all a replace. You are going to replace this 3 times because it has let less than, greater than, and a quote. So you replace. Let me replace. I open bracket, close it. I create another replace. The second one, open and close. I create a third replace, open and close. Now in the replace, I want to replace what? I'm replacing whatever content is coming from this. That's what I'm replacing. So I need to call it replace the test with test, that is body, open bracket, close, quote, then create underscore HTML underscore table. So this, create this, I'm using the body of this. Then what am I replacing in this? Comma. Then I'm replacing a less than quote. So with that, I bring single quote and less than. This is actually how he converted it. So this is what I'm trying to replace with what? With, bring this again, with less than normal sign. I go to the next one. I'm doing the same for greater than. I'm going to replace what? So I'm going to replace, put and sign, greater than, semicolon. I'm replacing it with what? With greater than symbol. And the last one, that is the quote. So comma and quote will be replaced with, with double quotes. Here you are. So now I replace the less, or the less than, the greater than, and then the quotes. I'm replacing these 3. So I click on OK. Or I have some invalid expression. It happens most of the time. Okay, this did not get the code, so let's put the code here and close it and let's hit it. Okay, you have some error over there. The space are clear. Great. So you copy, you close it, and here you are. So this is what I'm trying to put. This is the new code. First of all, it was only body create HTML. That is this value output that you are passing in. And now, while passing this value inside here, we are replacing whatever it's in there that has greater than, less than, and then a quote. So let's save and run a test. You go to manual, you save and test. Close this error, you run the flow. Then hit done. Alright. You run finish and you receive our mail. So let's view how it ends. Great. Now you have it, and then you have it linked to task. Now Flow was able to understand that whenever I receive this value, I need to convert it to be a code. And then you convert, instead of leaving it there, you convert it to be a code, and you see only this that you can click and then open the browser, and then we have our page opened. So basically, this is how we do it. If you want to get hyperlink in a table format in your email. Thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Else, see you next time. Bye bye.